Can Italy become overpowered as a communist state? In this video, we'll find out. So I'm going to start off as two Sicilies because it's the easiest one to form Italy, and that's going to be our first main goal. And we're going to start researching towards nationalism, because until we've researched nationalism, we cannot continue with our formation of Italy. We need to research nationalism first. So I'm going to research the stock exchange, banking. I'm going to research mass communication and then go straight onto nationalism, or get stock exchange done first, so it's cheaper to get nationalism researched. I'm going to construct, like I usually do, my construction sectors in areas like this one here, where I've got access to iron and logging camps and even coal here. This can be our steel mill area. I'm going to build one construction sector here. I know this is going to cost me some stuff, but I want to get this developed as quickly as possible. Seeing as over here we don't actually have access to iron, I think this might be my only state with access to iron. So yeah, it'd be good to build up this state here. I've started off by getting the church, the Catholic Church, in my government, and this will give us support for some health systems and some schooling systems. I would like to get my education, my literacy rate, up significantly, so that we don't end up just being the crippled Italy that we could be. So I'm going to get religious schools to start off with. It will cost us some bureaucracy, but not too much. And then afterwards, I might get charity hospitals as well. So that we can unlock communism, we're probably going to have to move down eventually to census suffrage and universal suffrage, unless we can unlock anarchy. I'm not, to be totally honest with you, that fussed about getting anarchy this time around. I would just like to get council republic to fully cement myself in communism. And so far this is going quite well. As long as we don't select the wrong option, we should be able to enact religious schools quite quickly. Also, if we get census suffrage and we get this literacy rate high enough, then everyone will be able to vote anyway, and it'll be easier to keep on track with our communism. For now, I guess we can just sort of wait and build up my industry, or we can just try for homesteading. It's got 25% success chance. If they radicalize, then I'll cancel it. If not, it can be really beneficial for us. Okay, we're on 80% of the revolution that we had, and it went up by 20%. I swear, unless I missed it or something. And it turns out that despite it being one place that I was trying to build up, they revolutionized. So as long as we get homesteading still, I'm not too angry with this. The civil war has started and we've got this. As long as homesteading passes, by the way, I'm not constructing anything because of the civil war, and yeah, as long as the homesteading passes, then I won't be too upset about this, because we have lost a little bit of time to develop here, but if it means that we can change our laws, then that would be a good thing for us. There you go, civil war over, and we have a success chance now of 52%. I will take that every single day of the week. Okay, so first step we need to focus on is getting everyone's approval to form Italy. So the way we're going to have to do that is by improving relations. We want everyone to love us so that we can be the ones to form Italy. If everyone supports me becoming the hungry powerhouse that I want to be, then that'll be the best thing for us. There you go. We now have homesteading, giving more political strength to our rural folk and our farmers. You see that massive jump right there. So we can probably now form a different type of government with the rural folk in power. One thing that we definitely can change is to move to dedicated police force. Let me pause the game real quick. Dedicated police force will be very beneficial, as we will remove that plus 10% landowner political strength. So going to dedicated police force will be the next thing that I try and get. Even though it's not a great improvement, I'm really struggling for money right now, and that's because I'm not using any of my investment pool. With agrarianism, my investment pool can fund agriculture, plantations, ranches, infrastructure, whaling, forestries, rubber, and fisheries. Whereas with traditionalism, it's only agriculture, plantations, and ranches. You see, even though it's not stuff that we're going to be building all the time. It's still more stuff that we're going to be building. So I would like to switch over to agrarianism as soon as possible. I'm trying to build up Sicily with paper because of the amount of sulfur that we have. If we get these 100 sulfur mines up and running, then we'll be the world's producer of paper and all the other goods when we eventually get them. So like fertilizers and explosives and stuff like that. So we can produce quite a lot from Sicily. We're also now researching nationalism. So that should be done within the next 3 years. And after that, we'll be able to try and get these guys to join us the easy way. Well, we went into default, which has paused our construction. And to be totally honest, I don't really mind that much. Until we get agrarianism completed, I don't mind being in default. It shouldn't be too much of a problem. I have taxes really high. I have all my expenses pretty low. So getting back up to a gold reserves, a healthy gold reserve level isn't much of a problem. All right, I've had to add quite a lot of consumption taxes to make sure that we're earning money and constructing things. While I'm just sort of waiting around, I'd like to mention that I've just launched memberships, and there should be a join button next to where the subscribe button usually is, I'm pretty sure. So if you'd like to get some extra perks like member-only polls, early access to videos, then you should definitely check it out. I've priced them pretty low, I think, compared to other YouTubers, so they're nice and affordable. My plan with this coal mine is that we're going to start switching over my urban centers to gas streetlights. These gas streetlights will give more people jobs, which is always a good thing, increase the price of coal, and also decrease the price of services ever so slightly. So I'm happy to do that as soon as we can, really. We just unlocked fertilizers, which means that we can start using up this sulfur that we're producing. I'm going to start up by using Sicily as our fertilizer hub, and everything to do with sulfur hub. And obviously this fertilizer can then be distributed across the two Sicilies. We are one away from getting the Papal States into my customs union. If we increase trade with them, I clicked away from it, but we have just unlocked nationalism. Have research. There you go. Okay, let me figure this out. We completely support this. So there you go. I'm probably not sure, but like I want to get them in my customs union anyway. I've not played this in a while, but I'm pretty sure you have to get everyone in customs union. I've just had a look online, and it says once you research nationalism, an Italian country in your customs union with high enough relations has a chance every week of becoming part of your country, saving you the trouble of conquest. So obviously that means that we've got to get everyone into my customs union, and it's going to take us a little while. Oh, invite to customs union. Okay, Tuscany. There you go. Tuscany is now part of my customs union. So every week they have a chance of joining us. We now have to just wait until we can get the Papal States and everyone else in our customs union, and Sardinia in our customs union. Hi, can someone in the comments let me know whether I can trade everything good and bad productivity, and whether it will still count, because I assume it probably does. Let's see. If this is bad for me, but if I send Piedmont clothes and clippers, actually that's a good one, but I'm just trying to get the trade up as much as possible. Okay, I'm going to lower my taxes back to medium taxes. Even though this means we're going to lose money, we get that legitimacy back, which means we can start enacting agrarianism again, which once enacted, we can then spend more of the investment pool money, which will be very, very good. I just traded absolutely everything with them, no matter how much the production, and we were able to get onto the point where we can just give them an obligation to join our customs union. Now, the only other state that I need to worry about is Sardinia. I forgot to improve relations with Lucca, so as soon as we get them to 50, they should want to join us. Let's have a look. Oh, never mind. They might not want to join us, but that's okay. Here we go. Unification with the Papal States. The small Italian state of Papal States has wisely decided to join our efforts to unify the Italian people. Diplomacy has won the day. There you go. We are losing more money than I was before. but Two Sicilies is expanding, which means we are definitely now going to be able to continue with that. There you go, unification with Tuscany. We're going to get 9 more infamy and annex them. So the Two Sicilies is absolutely humongous right now. We're almost half of Italy. We just would like to keep improving relations and getting people to join our customs union. Okay, they wish to join an alliance, so I'm going to obviously accept that and see whether we can get them to join. Oh, we're so close. Okay, if there's anything else we can trade with them, then I will. Yes! Okay, we can now owe them an obligation. Right, they are now part of my customs union and will eventually join us. That is the most profitable state or like country that I wanted to get part of us, because they have access to lead mines. Lead mines means that we can now profit a whole lot more on glass. Finally, we have agrarianism. We can now leave it be. No more messing about. Right, a health system would be beneficial, but it does mean that would give us, if we went for charity hospitals, does mean we'll get more Catholic Church support. And that could be a problem, because they're starting to become the strongest political, what are they called? Thingamajigs. Okay, seeing as I don't really care that much about multiculturalism at this stage, I'm going to get cultural exclusion. This is so that we can try and get more exiled agitators as part of our government. You see here, this guy here wants to help us enact universal suffrage. He is part of the petite bourgeoisie, so that'd be 9.8% support. However, he is discriminated against, and let's be honest, he's not one of those characters that if we have cultural exclusion on, will be discriminated against. Okay, we now have cultural exclusion. After getting cultural exclusion, the plan is to try and get some more agitators in. However, this guy just wants propertied women. If we have a look at these new other agitators, I mean, we can get universal suffrage if we remove the current agitator by going to here and remove exile this descendant and then invite this guy. We now have enact universal suffrage. We can enact that with a 35% success chance. And boom. Because this is supported by an agitator, this pause symbol doesn't matter to us. And yes, because we're going to have a revolution. Why are the industrialists unhappy with this? Anyway, because we're going to have a revolution, as a result, it could cause some problems. But we'll be totally fine. I feel really bad. However, I don't really want to join this Italian War of Independence just yet. I know it's bad, but we're not going to win it. And I've currently got other things on my plate. So, Lucca, Parma, I think. No, not Parma. Lucca and Modena have both left the Austrian customs union, probably as a result of this situation. So, I'm going to quickly increase my trade with them as much as I possibly can. Well, with everything, and that should bring down their score. I mean, bring up the score, and hopefully we can invite them to the customs union and unite as a one country. There you go. I can invite one of them to my customs union. Let's see, can I invite Lucca to my customs union? Yeah, there you go. So now we don't have to spend all that bureaucracy on there you go, customs union accepted, customs union accepted. So now we just got to wait until these guys form Italy with me. There you go. There's one more unification with Lucca, and another country wants to unify. Seriously, I'm on 85% and it still won't pass. All I want is to stop with this revolution thing and everything can just go back to being nice and calm. But at the moment, it's all intense. We're already at a point now where we have a lot of laborers that will control lots of our votes. So the trade unionists and the rural folk, if I'm right, should be in power as of the next election. Yes, let me pause this real quick. We have both events. We have universal suffrage and we have unification with Sardinia. We are now Two Sicilies, and I'm pretty sure this means that we can form Italy. Viva Italia, or we shall never forget our brave landowners. No, Viva Italia, 100%. Right, we are now Italy and have a lot of support for enacting presidential republic. We might as well just stick with monarchy, because otherwise we'll get stuck to presidential republic and never move down to council republic. If I stick to monarchy, people will hate it and want to switch, so council republic will seem good. However, with presidential republic, we'll never actually end up getting to council republic, and things won't go to plan. There you go, achievement unlocked. I've actually somehow never done this before. No, why don't we have glass here? We need to get glassworks because there's lead here, so we might as well just have it here. And then we can switch this to crystal glass. We can, however, get per capita taxation, which isn't liked. Actually, proportional taxation would be way better. And it's up their kind of alley, the trade union lists. It's much better. Graduated taxes is more supported, but we require socialism for that. So I think we go proportional. Austria seems like it's in a good point now to attack it. So obviously I want these sort of states here, and also Parma, but they will be their own separate thing. Austria is my main enemy, so I'm going to want Veneto, Lombardy, and South Tyrol, I think. I don't think any of the other ones come in as it. But they are currently at war, if we have a look, with Prussia. And if they're at war with Prussia, that means they're not going to be focusing as much on me with my weaker army of only 58 battalions. War with Austria has just started. It's not looking great for the economy, though. Ooh, yeah. But as long as we win this war, we are pushing already. So that does sort of bring me loads of hope. Proportional taxation is at 84%. We are getting to a pretty decent economy and situation right now. It's just as soon as we get those trade unionists in, we'll be able to go more socialist and switch to a council republic. We got very, very lucky in that war. Very lucky in that war with the whole Prussia thing. Look at Prussia just eating Austria, and look at us just, well, we've just eaten them. They're not our problem anymore. No need to worry. Got to fix the state's production, but there's one little thing left, and it's these guys. I do need to force them to join us in some way, but maybe eventually they'll ditch the Austrian market. If not, we're going to have to just hold out for a little while longer until I have the strength to fight back again. But now we have proportional taxation. It's getting us way more money, so I'm going to let us get out of debt first, and then I'll up my construction sectors. To start moving towards that more trade unionist ideas, I'd like to get public health insurance, because, well, yeah, that we've got support for it. Why the hell not? I've just unlocked railways, and with my first motor industries being built in a week, that means that we can start building up railways in some of our states that require it, and it means that we can switch production methods in some of our mines to rail transportation, which does reduce the amount of labourers. So I might not want to do that just yet, because I want to get them elected. I want to get the trade unionists elected, so maybe railways will just have to be for transport for now and not anything to do for production. Well, fantastic. I've been dragged into this diplomatic play for with France because we have to cut Prussia down to size, apparently, which, if you ask me, seems a bit stupid. As long as Prussia doesn't have anything against me, then I'm okay being part of this war. I just won't participate. I don't even want a participation in a war, thank you very much. I just want to be here. I'm not going to get attacked unless France bottle it, so I'll be fine. Okay, Prussia are losing. And yeah, I didn't even realize the Americans were part of this war, but apparently they were. Let's have a look. America, yeah, America joined, but they didn't hold on to Prussia, did they? I've had a look in population, and it says that my labourers should be voting for the trade unionists. There's 9 million of them, 9.1 million of them, and the machinists. Turns out I'm stupid. Turns out this is machinists, not mechanics or any of that malarkey. I looked it up. Anyway, the labourers, apparently they're going to vote for them, so we'll see. Okay, despite this taking 4 years, because I got a little boost from an event, yeah, I'm just going to research socialism right now because I want to get the Communist Party unlocked so that we can start obviously going towards a communist state. I am struggling to get these trade unionists outside of their little comfort zone, but I think it might be to do with the leader, maybe. I'm hoping that once we research socialism, however, this will improve. I'm gonna get rotary valve. Actually, no. I'm gonna get dynamite afterwards because dynamite's one of my favorite things for mining. There you go. Socialism has been unlocked. We can now get Council Republic, collectivized agriculture, and all that malarkey. We do have 30 days until the next election, and that might mean that we get some more support for the trade unionists. They don't like to win these elections, do they? It researched, so if and when I find Council Republic is available, I will enact it, and when still the law. When we can get graduated taxation, I'll get it. Okay, my plan now is to get Mr. David in to try and get total separation enacted. This will go against the large majority that I have. The reason I want to do that is so that we can start getting more and different agitators in, so that we can eventually get to Council Republic. Because I've had a look, and all the agitators for the trade unionists are people of different religion, which means that I can't invite them due to state religion. Could go freedom of conscience, because that unlocks everything while not having as bad of implications as total separation. I just switched over my coal mines to require dynamite, and this means that we get more coal for no mortality rate, but also means that we need to build up my explosive factories like right now. So we're going to need lots more paper and lots more fertilizer as well, because this requires fertilizer, sulfur, and paper. Our sulfur mines are finally going to be making some cash in both here, Piedmont, and down there. This is probably our problem. It's the religious folk that are going to be a problem now. Right, to make sure that these labourers are actually voting for the trade unionists, I need to get their standard of living up so they become politically aligned. At the moment, their standard of living and maybe even literacy rate is too low, so they don't care about politics. They're just trying to get a job. Really, that's their main concern, which is fair enough. We already have something that will help them out. Proportional taxation. Graduated taxation would help even more. However, if we start getting regulatory bodies or workers' protection, then this will become a much better solution and push up their minimum wage, especially workers' protection. If we can get minimum wage up, then we can get standards of livings up. I've also been having a look at the entire list of labourers, and it turns out that the only ones that are voting are the ones with the high literacy rate. I don't know why I've only just really learnt this, but it's a good thing that I learnt it now. See here, 97.9% literacy rate means that they are now interested in the trade unions. These guys here with actually a better standard of living have a literacy rate of 58.2 and aren't supporting a government. So despite giving the Catholic Church political strength, I'm still going to up education so that I can then switch it over to a better law like public schools. Once we've done that, then hopefully we can get more and more people voting. I'm also increasing the health system so that their standard of living increases and so that more people go out and vote. Austria have either kicked Parma out or Parma have left the Austrian customs union, so they no longer have a reason to support them in any way. And I have too high relations, and I really can't be bothered to get rid of 54 relations to just annex them. So I'm going to do this stupid thing and just make them my protectorate, because I want to be on the road to getting it done. Right, I'm going to invite an agitator to enact compulsory primary schools. This, I don't know why they want... Anyway, I want to get someone for compulsory primary schools. This will mean that less children are no children are working, and it means that we can get maximum education levels. There you go, we have compulsory primary schools, which has lifted, I'm pretty sure, the standard of living up to 12.1. Okay, freedom of conscience is going really well. It's on 25%, but has already progressed to voting. And we have unlocked freedom of conscience. Took a little while, but it's going to be the changing force of our country. Right, we need to switch religious schools to public schools, and we'll be ready to move on to other things. Okay, we're having problems with the Catholic Church, so I'm going to have to cancel it. Yes, I know, but I just can't deal with that kind of revolution right now. So there's other things that we can obviously work towards, like propertied women, which would give us more of a workforce. Poor laws, no. But I could invite somebody else in. Yeah, we have enact poor. The trade unionists are joining in on that. Oh, come on. We've just had an agitator come in. We'll start a movement to enact old age pensions. That's what I like to hear. Oh my god, I just looked up and there's Super Germany. They are second in the world, of course, to Great Britain, and their GDP actually isn't as good as I'd expect it to be, probably because we bullied Austria right at the beginning. But ours is doing really well. It's above Russia's, which is not a surprise. They're awful. Not above the US, not above France, not above Germany, but that's to be expected as we are a relatively new country. Okay, we have the Red Scare. It could happen here, or a panic would be wholly unwarranted, and this is the one that we want. Even though this does mean that everyone else gets negative political strength, it's much better than the minus 20%, that one. So I want it to happen here, obviously. Okay, we now have access to synthetic plants, and synthetic produce dye from sulfur and fertilizer. Another use for our huge sulfur mines in Sicily is the synthetic plants. I'm pretty sure synthetic plants can also give us rayon, which is just basically silk, but we don't need silk because we have silk plantations anyway, so we won't bother switching them over when we get that unlocked. I'm just solely going to use this for the dye from sulfur, and then we can switch over other production methods like glasswork to bone china, and ceramics will be cheaper because, well, we have access to dye now. Perfect. We have old age pensions, giving us access to better standards of living across Italy. Okay, we're going to guarantee better conditions for workers through regulatory bodies. Hopefully this will increase the amount of trade unionists we have. I could have picked the other one, which gave them 33% boost, but it still wouldn't have done anything because, well, we know it's not going to do anything. All right, seeing as our current intelligentsia guy is a social democrat and believes in workers' protection, universal suffrage, graduated taxation, old age pensions, I'm going to push the Catholic Church back into control and remove the rural folk. If I work towards getting workers' protection, then this will give minimum wages plus 15%, paying my workers a whole lot more money. Okay, we have a little rebellion. Oh dear. They have the majority of the army. However, I might be able to get a quick win, or a quick swoop, because I will be able to sway potentially some of these countries. Yeah, I might be able to sway France. I can't lie. I might just give them this. Is one of our crippled states, of all things. It's got nothing here. Lowest population. I don't really see much growth. We do have a lot of laborers here that we would be sending out. But what other state can we give them? This northern one, Savoy. No. The answer to that is no. Much higher population, much better industry. Yeah, this one here, it wasn't even, yeah, I can't lie, I'm just going to give it to them. The war has begun, and as long as the French don't leave me like this... Come on, what are they doing? Battles aren't going great there, but battles down here? Come on, please, 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 please say that I'll win this. 4 days, 4 days. There you go, we got it off beforehand. So we took all of this area, or almost all of it. They've gone below 0 on war support, so yeah, we've got their capital wherever their capital was, and we can be pretty, okay, it was Rome, but we can be pretty happy with the progress that we've made already. The war's won. I'm going to have to quickly switch over all the production methods to what I want them to be, and also slow down construction. All that money that I'm wasting. So I'm going to switch most of them back to iron frames. This could be down to the Civil War. However, you see that immediate switch from getting rid of religious schools has caused the clout of the what they call trade unionists to increase to 3.1%. They were on like 1.5, 1.7, something like that. So obviously this will help out all the other parties as well, but the main one we're looking for is the trade unionists. I'm going to do the final step of getting rid of the Catholic Church by going to total separation. They are going to be opposed to this, but they won't radicalize, and once we get it, it will remove plus 15% political strength from them. I'm getting bored of sitting around and waiting for the trade unionists to get enough clout. They keep gaining, then dropping, gaining, then dropping, dropping, gaining, gaining, dropping, blah, 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 blah. And that's because I've had a look and I switched to universal suffrage apparently a little bit too early, because I should have let them get clout first. But that's okay. We can still deal with it. We have a 6% chance of getting Council Republic enacted. We have everyone that's going to radicalize against it, apart from the intelligentsia, armed forces, and trade unions. So let's give it a go. Right, we have a situation here that I've never experienced before. Literally every party is against this. They are now in support of a revolution. So they technically shouldn't be part of this. However, they are. And the trade unions would obviously be in control right now, but they're not. So I don't know what's going to happen when we have our revolution, which is kind of inevitable at this point. There you go, another revolution. And the intelligentsia stuck around, and the trade unionists are no longer marginalized. If we go with these guys, there you go. They're no longer marginalized. Somehow they're 5% now, but weren't before. But that I will take. I am happy to finally have them on my side. I'm going to do my usual tactic when everything's gone to sugar honey iced tea, and put everything on defense until we can win. Success chance is 10. Yet we are somehow doing an offensive. What the hell? I didn't set anyone to offensive. Okay, yeah, it turns out I did set someone to offensive, and they're winning. Okay, we will take it any day of the week. Plus my little puppet up here is doing it. Yes, come on. Yeah, we've got an advantage, and I'm going to take it while I still can. Yeah, look, in this sport here, we're taking it. If I can get Rome under my control, this is Rome, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Rome. But if I can get Rome under my control, then they'll go below 0 and we'll capitulate them. Okay, somehow they've gone below 0. It must have been because we captured some of their capital and they went just under it. So they will capitulate. However, this Council Republic, we're on 2 setbacks. If I have done this entire civil war for nothing, I really, really won't be happy. Okay, we've progressed. Oh my God. We've progressed to voting. So 37% chance of enacting Council Republic. They're at minus 88 war support. Minus 92, I mean, war support. We're so close. We're so close to winning this. I'm not even pushing. I'm just making sure that we don't lose our capital, because I can see it going awfully if we did. Well, it would go awfully. But my little there you go. There you go. And we've now got 45% success chance. Our success chance is at 73%. Oh my god. Oh my god. 73%. I got another agitator in just to get that as high as possible. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yes! We did it. We did it. We did it. Okay. Took me long enough. But 19 away. Oh, we did it. Okay, the trade unionists, obviously the strongest strongest power. I wish there was one thing for this game that there isn't. I wish there was like a push election button, or that when you like change major laws, like your like this one, Council Republic to monarchy or whatever, monarchy to Council Republic. I'd like it to just do an election, because at the moment I can't do anything with this. I can reform my government to this, and it puts this guy in control, which actually I might just do, because this will give us access to other things like cooperative ownership, which I'm definitely going to want to do. The Red Army, yes, they lose loyalist, and they want this. Yes. Okay, we either go cooperative ownership or we go command economy. I kind of want to go cooperative ownership because it's an economic system based around the concept of social ownership, where surplus production is distributed more evenly among workers, whereas command economy, an inward-focused interventionist economy where the government directly manages most aspects of the production. I prefer the sound of this one, to be totally honest, and it does mean that we can use the investment pool, which has been saved up the entire game. Okay, we now have the formation of the Communist Party, and we are actually a true two-party state. We have just communism and left. Such an imaginative name, left. Even though this subject has helped me through many, many different wars, it's time for its reign, I guess, to end, and we have cooperative ownership. You see that money change? You see that money change? Because we can finally use the investment pool. Collectivized agriculture unlocked, and just showing you, we are actually 4th in the world, and GDP-wise, we're 3rd, only to Germany and the Great Qing. We're currently having some employment problems in the more northern states, despite having huge populations. By the way, just because this was a separate country and was only developing itself, this state has urban center of level 35, and I haven't even touched it. Obviously my ones, well, okay, maybe not my capital, but this one here, my focus for steel has been incredible at level 47. I just need to eventually switch over to public motorcades. I'm switching over the production methods of automation up so that we use less population but still produce the same amount of goods. This is going to cripple my economy for a little while because, well, we're going to need a whole lot more coal. Yes, I have it on autonomous expansion. I just, with the construction at this point, when it's so high, I just can't bother to sit around and manage it. So I will switch these over to steam donkeys as well. There's no negative to getting higher workplace safety officers. It means that people don't die as often, and it means people get paid more. So we're going all the way up to level 5. I don't care. Okay, we now have a choice between the Workers' Republic. The workers of Italy have finally overthrown the... yeah, whatever, I don't care. Basically, we have a choice between the vanguards, the communist leaders, or the anarchist leaders. And let's be honest, I said communists, so let's just go communist. And it seems like communism's the one that doesn't seem as bad. Our GDP is actually about to skyrocket into the air. We are 2nd in the world to Germany, which, like I said earlier, I'm not too unhappy if we come 2nd to them. But we are still going to try. Okay, I'm going to start Italy's first, well, real conquest of a place. Madagascar is my first target. They don't have rubber or anything like that. I don't know whether I ever unlock it, but they have no one that is willing to support them. And yeah, whatever, I don't really care. There you go. No need to say anything about it, but we now have them under my control. I would like to start switching them over to a more communist state though. Right, next one, Gaza. This time I'm not going to puppet it. The reason I got these guys as a tributary or puppet is because they have no rubber, so I have no intentions to build in them. I just want them in my market. So whatever they build is up to them. What I need to take the actual states of Gaza, however, because otherwise I will not be able to build the rubber plantations. So I'm going to have to conquer this state. We've got no one willing to support them. And then also conquer that state. The reason I'm losing so much money is because we finally ran out of our investment pool. So I'm scaling back some of our construction back to iron frame buildings so we can cover the costs. Oh my god, I'm actually stupid. I forgot that I didn't have... I've been on low taxes this entire time. Since like the entire revolution, low taxes. If I go up to medium taxation, then I can switch some of this back. How much of it am I willing to spend? I don't know yet. Now the problem that I face is the fact that I lack resources just in general. Yeah, okay, I didn't realize, but it turns out I think we just won that war. And we're gonna need to exploit the population. Okay, due to our lack of resources, I'm looking down south again. At this place, they have they have access to 104 coal mines and a large, 60 iron mines, 12, this is a good place. It does lack logging camps. Both sort of lack logging camps, but I would like to just try and get this state. I can completely destroy their urban centers and then just put the population into the resource section. Oh my god, I know it's taken me a while, but I've just been having a look at other countries, and the UK, this is the first time I've ever seen them flop. They've got a GDP of 95 million. That is about it. They're sixth in the world, yeah, but they've got standards of living at 10.9%. I'm curious now, who else is doing poorly? I'm first in the world, that's pretty obvious, but Germany's doing well, but then there's Super Germany, or like Mega Germany, or whatever we call them. I'm just trying to get colonial exploitation, because even though it's not part of communism, it would be beneficial for me. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to force my capital to be some level of an economic boom by improving the motor industries. And you might be wondering how I'm going to do that. I'm going to switch over to automobile production, and this will be the only place where we produce automobiles. Then I'm going to slowly switch urban centers over to public motor carriages, which means there'll be a high demand for it and a not a low supply forever, but a low supply most of the time while I'm building up the motor industries. This will then mean that this 4.13 million population that's actually decreasing will stop decreasing and should get employed by my motor industries. I'm going to make it the most profitable thing in the area, hopefully. I played for about half an hour yesterday and kind of didn't record anything because I was tired and I just wanted to progress things along. And I took this area over here due to their access to rubber, and I've done my usual of just removing their industry and placing that population into the rubber plantations. But at the moment we're having many problems with unemployment in my main countries, and that's why we're not constructing that much, because we seriously don't have the population for it. There's certain states like this one over here where we do, but yeah, we're struggling for demand at this point. And I've been trying to trade, I'm trying to export. We have officially done it as well. We have removed the entire upper class, and we now have a very high lower and middle strata. However, even though we got rid of the upper class, it doesn't mean that people are suffering. It just means that people, we get a couple people coming in. It just means that the people that are middle and lower class or lower strata have better standards of living. Okay, I have a slight issue. I only have 5 oil rigs and everything I require needs oil. I can't lie, at this point, I'm already over the 100 infamy, which is the point where they can cut me down to size. So I'm just going to do the regime change on top of that. And if they do cut me down to size, well then, just cut me down to size. Okay, well, maybe I was a bit too confident. Spain want to cut me down to size, and I'm going to obviously decline. So this does mean that, obviously, we might have a couple people joining that. War with Egypt and the US has begun. Right, main thing. Naval invasions. I'm going to use these ones because they're fully mobilized. And... oh, now I'm going to actually go with these because these are more artillery in them. And I'm going to start a naval invasion here. Okay, this landing is going okay. I think it's just the Egyptians' armies here so far. And hopefully, if I'm able to stop, yeah, that 100, there's 148 more coming. But my navy is winning again. Okay, I've landed in Egypt, and despite being outnumbered massively. Okay, well, we lost the first naval invasion. We lost the landing. However, I have hope for this second one. Okay, well, we've landed again, and it's going really well. So hopefully we can hold on. My navy is doing perfect against all of these different navies that challenge it. Okay, their progress in Egypt is going really well. They're at -17 because we took their capital right at the beginning. So, no, I mean, Egypt should capitulate pretty quick. It's just going to be this war with Spain that's going to take a while. There you go. The war with Egypt has been won. They are communist and they are my protectorate. So it's now me, Spain, Brazil, and their little puppets. Everyone is at 0 war support apart from me. Spain are in default, and that says they're more likely now to accept some level of peace offering. I don't know whether that means they're going to go below 0 war support, but they could, and that will be brilliant if they do. I finally landed on Spain. It took me forever, but we finally landed, and we have the superiority. We did it. We did it. Okay, I don't really care about Brazil. Brazil, they have a huge population. Their navy's weak, but I just can't pierce it. But Spain, I was just able to. There you go. Spain has capitulated. We transferred a lot. We took a lot, and we got a lot. Oh, damn. Okay. No. Quick. How am I on -1? How? What do they take? Propose peace deal. Quick. Oh, wait, no. They've got nothing. Okay, I got nothing. There you go. To be honest, my main problem right now is the fact that everyone has embargoed me, and I am producing way too much, way too many goods for my population. So I'm having just general problems with exporting. I'm really looking forward to this DLC because I'm pretty sure with access to it, we'll be able to build in our subjects. So being able to build in Egypt to increase just these 4 oil rigs would benefit me massively. Okay, well, that is where I'm going to end it for today's video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If it was a 2-parter, then I hope that worked. But if it was a longer video, because I know this is going to be a longer video, then let me know which one you prefer. I did a little vote. I'll put it up on screen right now what the results were, and people wanted a multiple parts. The next video will be on the next update and DLC. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. While you wait, you should definitely go watch this previous video where I turned China into a democratic powerhouse.